Page 371. Okay, we're going to use the data to complete the line plot and answer the questions. Okay, so first thing that we're going to use, of course, is to read the problem. Lily needs to buy beads for a necklace. The beads are sold by mass. She sketches a design to determine what beads are needed and then writes down their sizes. The sizes are shown below. 2/5 gram, 2/5 grams, 4/5, 2/5, 1/5, 1/5, 3/5, 4/5 gram, 1/5 gram, 2/5 gram, 3/5 gram, 3/5 gram, 2/5 gram. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is that we are going to change these fractions into x's on top of our line plot. Okay, we don't have to worry about making the line plot. It's already made for us. We don't have to worry about making or writing a title for it. The title's already there. The labels are already in its place. Okay, so 1/5. Okay, so as I count the 1/5 right here, I'm going to cross them out. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, we already have the 3 x's that we need on top of 1/5. Okay, now let's move on to the next fraction, which is 2/5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means that we need 5 x's on top of 2/5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now moving on to the next fraction, 3/5. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3/5. Okay, so 3 x's. 1, 2, 3 x's on top of 3/5. Okay, last fraction, 4/5. 1, 2. Okay, 2 on top of 4/5. All right. Let me just go back and make sure if I didn't miss any of the fractions. So all of the fractions are crossed out. Okay, so that means that we finished. First question, what is the combined mass of the beads with a mass of 1/5 grams? Okay, there are x's above of 1/5 on the line plot. So the combined mass of the beads is, so how many x's are on top of 1/5? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3. All right. So the combined mass of the beads is 3/5, or written as a fraction would be 3 numerator, 5 denominator. Okay, so 3/5 for 1/5. All right, second question. What is the combined mass of all the beads with a mass of, I think I'm missing a number here. Yes, 2/5, okay? 2/5. Okay, so again, how many x's are on top of 2/5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that means that 2/5 has 5/5, or 5/5, or 1 gram, right? 1 gram, because the numerator, if the numerator and the denominator is the same number, okay, that will always equal 1 whole. Number 3, what is the combined mass of all the beads on the necklace? All the beads on the necklace. Okay, so we already know that 1/5 has a combined mass of 3/5. Okay, this has a combined mass of 1. What about this one? Okay, 3 beads that each have 3/5. Okay, so we need to multiply 3 times 3/5, which equals 9/5, and I'm going to leave it as a fraction because at the end it will be easier to add all of my fractions because I'm using the same denominator. Okay, and for the last one, 4/5 plus 4/5 equals 8/5, right? Okay, so we need to add 3/5 plus 1 plus 9/5 plus 8/5. Okay, so again, 3/5 plus 1 whole plus 9/5 plus 8/5. Let's start by adding the fractions first. Okay, since all of the fractions have the same denominator, I don't have to worry about finding the least common denominator, then writing equivalent fractions and then adding the fractions. Okay, so what is 3 plus 9? 3 plus 9 equals 12. 12 plus 8 equals 12 plus 8 would be 20. Okay, 20/5. Okay, what number times 5 equals 20? So this can be simplified, okay, as 4, right? What is 4 plus 1? 5. Okay, so let me see if I did this right. Okay. I think on number 2, what is the combined mass of all the beads with a mass of 2/5? Okay, 2/5 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the number that's wrong. This should be a 2. Okay, so this should be a 2. All right, so this is not a 5 then. Okay, it would be a 6. So I changed this to a 2, and then I changed this to a 2. Okay, so 2 plus 4 equals 6. So 6 grams would be the answer for number 3. 6 grams. Okay, and then what is the average weight of the beads on the necklace? Okay, so 6 is our numerator. Okay, to find the denominator, we just have to count how many x's are on top of the line plot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 13 would be our denominator. Okay, we cannot make this smaller, so that would be my final answer. 6/13 grams. All right. Okay, last one, and then we're going to start on the next lesson for today. Okay, use the data to complete the line plot, then answer the questions. Okay, a breakfast chef used different amounts of milk when making pancakes, depending on the number of pancakes ordered. The results are shown below. 1/2 cup, 1/4 cup, 1/2, 3/4, 1/2, 3/4, 1/2, 1/4, 1/2, and 1/2. Okay, so our first step would be to mark x's on top of each fraction. Okay, the line plot's right here. It's already labeled and it already has a title. Okay, so let's start with 1/4. Let's count how many 1/4s. 1, 2. Okay, so 2 x's on top of 1/4. Okay, now let's move on to 1/2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 x's on top of 1/2. Now 3/4. 1, 2, only 2. Okay, 2. Make sure that you didn't leave any fraction unchecked, unmarked, so all of them are marked. All right, number 5. How much milk combined is used in 1/4 cup amounts? Okay, so 1/4. How many x's are on top of 1/4? 2 x's. Okay, so that means that we need to multiply 1/4 times 2. Okay, so what would the answer be? 1/4 times 2. Okay, or 2 x's times 1/4 equals 2/4. Or simplified, we can simplify it to 1/2, right? So that would be the answer for number 5, 1/2 cup. Okay, number 6, how much milk combined is used in 1/2 cup amounts? Again, we're going to take the number of x's and multiply it by 1/2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6 times 1/2 would be 6 halves, or what number times 2 equals 6? 3. Okay, so the answer would be 3 cups. Okay, number 7. Okay, maybe let me move this up a little bit. Okay, number 7. How much milk combined is used in 3/4 cup amounts? 3/4 has only 2 x's, so that means that I'm going to multiply the number of x's by the fraction. What is 2 times 3/4? 2 times 3/4 equals 6/4, or 1 and 2/4, or 1 and 1/2. Okay, so 1 and 1/2 would be the answer. Okay, 1 and 1/2 cups. Number 8, how much milk is used in all the orders of pancakes? So this means that I'm going to take the first answer, 1/2, plus the second answer, which is 3 cups, plus the last one, which is 1 and 1/2. Okay, let's start by adding the fractions, 1/2 and 1/2. If you have 1/2 and you add another half, that equals a whole. Okay, so 3 plus 1 plus 1, okay, would be 5. Okay, so the answer would be 5 cups. 5 cups. And to find the average, okay, which is 9, what's the average amount of milk used for an order of pancakes? So the answer that we got in our last question will be the numerator, 5. To find the denominator, we go back and count how many x's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and see if we can simplify this fraction. Of course, we can use our 5 times table to simplify 5/10. What number times 5 equals 5? 1. What number times 5 equals 10? 2. Okay, so it would be 5/10 cups, or 1/2 cup. Okay? All right. So that is it for this lesson. You can do page 372 by yourself. You can always go back to the previous pages on the lesson too. Okay, try to see if you can remember the process. Okay, I'm going to start recording the next lesson, which is on page 373 on a different video. All right.